Your soul profile is a wonderfully detailed map of who you are at your highest self, the core, the essence of who you are as a human being. And our human being is constantly aspiring to that soul self because in the realm of your soul, that fifth dimensional level, you are perfect and exactly who you should be. It's us as humans that just tend to go astray from that because we tend to get caught up in who we think we should be or who we're being asked to be to get the things done, which can slowly take us away from how we actually thrive, what we actually bring forward in the most abundance. So your soul profile talks about that, who you are, where you thrive, how you thrive, and also where you don't thrive and how you don't thrive. So these details come through in a few different key aspects of your soul profile. The first one is your soul group. This is where your soul first incarnated and spent a whole lot of time. It's like thinking about where you were born and raised and maybe even still live and how that imbibes in you certain qualities and characteristics that are just always going to be there, right? The second important one is your energy centers. So you are, as a soul, made up of energy. We are all made up of energy. And if you think about energy, energy spans this beautiful spectrum, just like the light spectrum, okay? So we have all these different 8 energies within us, but we have more of one, sometimes 2 energies. And that's really going to dictate what you are made of. Therefore, what you bring to everything that you do and how you best express yourself and how do you support that. The next big piece of your soul profile is how you manifest, your manifesting blueprint. So whether you're a process person or a goal person, whether you have to instigate your own ideas or responding to what's going on around you, whether you do better in environments where you're similar to people or different from people. So understanding how you function best and how you bring things to fruition for yourself in this life. Another piece of your soul profile are your themes, the themes that you are exploring in this life. And these aren't lessons, these aren't things that we are learning because we're not here to do life. These are things that we are exploring to better understand who we are in the context of whatever theme it is that we are exploring. So we usually have anywhere from 4 to 6 of these themes. And finally, I also go through your spirit guides, your inner circle spirit guides, who they are, how they get your attention, and what messages they have for you right now. So it's a 90-minute reading that is full of information. And what I love so much about the soul profile is this is information that's going to be valuable for the rest of your life. This is your soul. Your soul is not changing in this lifetime at all. So all of these qualities that we're talking about, they're there. They're who you are. So whether it's now or in 30 years from now, you can look back at this reading and get some strong wisdom to ground into that moment, to remind you of what really matters to you, of how you really need to nourish yourself, of what you need to remember when you're thinking of these challenging situations. Because like I said, our human self tends to get confused and lost because we do the wrong things for the wrong reasons at the wrong time. But when you connect with your soul profile, you suddenly have this wonderful, loving understanding of why you need to say yes or say no, or how you need to approach whatever the problem is. So the soul profile is always going to be a valuable piece. So this 90-minute reading goes through all these details. And we'll do this live via video so that I can record it and you can have it forever and you can look back on it whenever you need to. And anything that we do from here together, your karmic reading or my undoing program, will always base off of your soul profile. Everything starts to make sense based off of your soul profile. it's important for me that you sit with your soul profile. So a lot of times people get the reading and they want to jump to the next step, which I love. But there's so much information here that you want to sit with it. You want to feel into it. Maybe listen to the reading again and really ground all of this goodness, because really all the answers that you might be looking for lie in this reading somewhere. So for that reason, with this reading, you get my 8-week journal. You get my 8-week Undoing Workbook, which is 8 weeks worth of daily activities, both just general mindfulness activities, helping you to be more present with who you are and how you're meeting this moment, but also activities that ask for some introspection into your relationships, the things that you do, and how you show up to each day. So you can use these writing prompts to really help you work through a lot and ground a lot of the details that we go through in your soul profile. So I hope that answers all of your questions. The only other question that you might have is, before we do our reading, you will need to send me your birth information, your name now, your birth name if it's different, your place of birth, and your date of birth. And then from there, that's it. We can get going together and just set up your appointment. And I can't wait to meet you and get our journey started together.